Hello my fellow Raiders, Doomers, Crusaders, Mutts, and Fivers. It is I, Nathan, back again with the first Indiana Jones cosplay video of 2023, and I cannot tell you how excited I am, and not only to be making this video, but to know that Indy 5 is only 5 months away. For those of you watching at home, you're probably giving me a little bit of a strange look, because there's something slightly off about my gear. It's like I'm wearing a Doctor Who perception filter. You know that there's something off, you know that there's something there, you just can't seem to tell what it is. And for you keen-eyed viewers, you've probably already realized that my shirt is not a standard What Price Glory. No. The shirt that I'm wearing is actually the subject of today's video. This is the Disneyland Indiana Jones Adventure Safari shirt, and I'm very excited to get talking about it, so without further ado, let's get into the review. And so, with one quick change out of the jacket and tie, we have a better look at the Disneyland Indiana Jones Adventure Safari shirt. Quick story time. I remember when the images of this first came from D23, and there was an immediate 50-50 split between collectors and cosplayers. People like myself who were like, oh, well, it's just a picture of this panel. I like the color, the fabric seems alright, and it would make a great casual indie cosplay shirt. And then there was the other side of the aisle who was like, ah, this looks like crap. It's probably no better than a costume base. Stick with What Price Glory, stick with Azuma, stick with Magnoli. Everyone has their own preferences. I'm somebody who always wants to see something in hand before I either say, yeah, this is great, or write it off as being just awful. And on the 10th of this month, I went to Disneyland with Morgan Loff and Trent Ryan, and I was very honest with Morgan. I'm like, I want to see the Adventureland shirt. And Morgan was like, yeah, actually, I want to as well. So we all went to the Adventureland Outpost. We saw the shirts hanging on the rack. I grabbed it, I was looking at it, inspecting it, and the first thing that came out of Trent's mouth was, I don't know what people are complaining about. This is a good shirt. And the more we started to examine it, the more that all three of us agreed that yes, this is actually a really fantastic Indiana Jones shirt. Is the color correct? In compared to What Price Glory, no, not even close. This is more of like a bonish off-white as to where the accurate color is stone. However, if you are a regular viewer and or subscriber of everyone's favorite Temple of Doom cosplayer, Kirk Brockman, he has made a video talking about how you can weather a costume-based shirt, which is not too dissimilar from this, to get it into a more accurate color and just looking more as to what we see on screen with Temple of Doom and Last Crusade. And that was something that Trent was saying, that this would make a perfect Temple of Doom Last Crusade shirt, and I could not agree with him more. From where the placing of the epaulets are to how everything else is built, this is a nice Temple of Doom Last Crusade cosplay shirt, and just a fantastic casual cosplay shirt. Yes, the epaulets are pointed instead of being squared off like on What Price, and the buttons are incorrect in color, but if you're witty with a needle and good with a sewing machine, these are actually really simple fixes. And again, because this is a lighter color, if you wanted to dye it to the correct stone, I'm sure you could. I'm sure that there's somebody out there right now experimenting with this. Now, I can understand that some of you might be turned off by the price of $64.99, I think it was, and then it came out to $72 overall. I can understand if that turns you off. However, that is also the price of a What Price Glory shirt when you factor in shipping and whatnot, because this is usually like $69. Also, in the terms of fit, I like this over the What Price. This is a 2X, this is also a 2X, this is a 2X long, and that is something I will say that is a negative against the Disney shirts, is that they are not as long in the tail as the What Price shirts are, and that is something that I do prefer on the What Price shirts, is that I like how long they can be, especially if you go with the longer option instead of the regular option that they have. But Now, I like the fit of this, and it moves very comfortably. It's also extremely lightweight in fabric, and the fabric, okay, this is the big thing that I want to talk about in the difference between the What Price Glory shirts and the Indie Adventure shirts. The fabric on a What Price shirt is heavy, and so in summertime you are boiling when you're wearing the jacket, which is why a lot of us at outdoor events in the summer are never seen with the jacket on because we're just dying. However, these adventure shirts from Disney are nice and light. They are built for summer, and I think that is going to be a godsend for a lot of indie cosplayers like myself. I'm definitely going to be wearing this shirt a lot, not just for cosplay, but for casual wear, because this is a casual shirt. This thing is nice. It is comfortable, it is lightweight, but you know, it's just indie enough for people to be like, oh, that's a nice safari shirt. So you're probably going to be wondering the material. This is a cotton poly mix, and I'm sure you can hear that as I move, as to where the What Price is just full cotton body. And I think that's why it tends to be heavy, as to where with this being a cotton poly mix, it's lighter. Now, I can recall that one of the first things that people had in terms of negative viewpoint about this shirt was the pocket placement. Said it was too low. I think the shirt they were using on the dummy was too big, and so it appeared lower than it is. They sit pretty standard on the chest, and I actually like the placement of these pockets because it feels a little bit more accurate, again, to Temple of Doom and Last Crusade. And the pockets, I think, are also just a tad bigger. That could just be me, but these feel a little bit bigger. Also, it doesn't have that weird pen pocket, so there's no hindrance when trying to open the left breast pocket as there is with the What Price shirts. And I know that that is something that a lot of people tend to complain about with the What Price shirts, is the little pen pocket here. Oh, I say that, and the pocket pen on my shirt has been sewn shut. Wow-wee, what a way to look dumb there, Nathan. Wow, I really feel like an idiot. I should have checked that beforehand, because I've got this old What Price shirt that I got in 2018, and it still has the little pen pocket, which sticks out like a sore thumb. And I thought it was the same on this What Price that I got, I want to say, early last year? And yeah, it looks like the pen pocket's there, but it's been sewn completely shut. But there's still that gap there. That is so strange. Again, I feel like an idiot for not noticing that. Well, never mind then. Okay, well, with that embarrassment out of the way, I remember another one of the chief concerns that people had was Disney was going to make this too modern of a cut and go with a rounded edge on the sleeve cuff instead of the accurate French square cuff. However, I'm very happy to inform that no, they went with the screen accurate square French cuff. The collar edge are rounded and not squared off like on the What Price shirt. So that is another slight inaccuracy, but it's so small that I don't think it's really noticeable. It's very negligible. The pleats, okay, I really want to talk about the pleats on this shirt. So with the What Price pleats, these right here, for those of you who don't know what a pleat is, it's this right here. The pleat on the What Price are two pieces of fabric. So this runs all the way through the pocket, comes out the bottom, and then they sew on the pocket with the pleat here being a separate piece. And then if I open this pocket, you can see right here, this is the material of the pleat that begins on the outside of the shirt. With the Disney pleat, so the pleat starts here, goes into the pocket, terminates just at the flap here. So if I open it, you can see, terminates right there. And then a new piece of fabric picks up where this terminates and carries down the rest of the body to the tail of the shirt. And they do not put separate stitching to separate the pleats like on the What Price. And I find that so interesting. Is there anything else about the shirts? Oh, the collar is more of a traditional collar design and cut, as to where with What Price they did a much better job at copying the 30s style of a more kind of slightly exaggerated collar point. There's a bit of a lull in the rain, so I might go outside in full gear so you can get a look at what the two comparisons between how they photograph, because I feel like both of them photograph pretty well. Yeah, I'm going to throw on my full gear, and then we're going to go outside and show how they photograph. So, I'll be right back. And so with that comparison forward out of the way, it brings us to the end of today's video. I want to thank you all so much for watching. I hope you have a Happy New Year. I'll see you all in the next one. And remember, it's not so much what you believe, it's how hard you believe in it.